Hello, my fellow limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. This is not my typical type of video I normally record and you have screens to watch. That's not today. I'm doing a little live video that I'm not actually gonna let go live until I am done recording because I have to be quick. Okay, I have to be quick. My boyfriend's waiting downstairs. We're cooking dinner and I needed to put something up here. And I want to quickly share with you basic bitch shit first. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the Dropbox below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 2 channel memberships. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Clapper. You can join me all over. The channel memberships, if you join the Hot Seat Coaching Group membership, that one allows you to have access to both memberships. Just saying. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kimberly, and my videos aren't normally like this. Let's see. I would love for you to subscribe, come back and see me, and give a like to my video so it gets out there and we can help other people become the HBICs of their realities, yeah? Okay. So really quick, I want to say in the channel membership, the exclusive lives channel membership, which that's the group I go live with them on Tuesdays. One of our fellow HBICs, Keisha, got on because we share successes, tips and tricks and things like that. Within that particular group, we don't talk about circumstances, but we share tips and tricks, really tips and tricks. And she got on and she shared a tip, and I think it's fabulous. It's a fabulous analogy to help you get your ass into the version of yourself, which is just another way of saying the state of you having your manifestation. So her analogy, and I'm summarizing, so you ought to join the channel membership because you could have heard it firsthand, not me talking about it. But she used the analogy of, when we're born, when we come out of the womb, we do not know our names. We do not know our names. But through the repetition of hearing your parents, family members, anybody in your life at that young time, it's the repetition of you hearing them call you your name, Kimberly, over and over and over and over, the repetition of it, you then began to realize that's my name. That's who I am, right? That's the name given to me. Regardless, over time, you come to accept that that's who you are, period, right? You don't question it. You don't walk up to your mom and say, I don't understand. Why are you calling me Kimberly? Why are you saying that? You don't do that. You accept it. It's the repetition of your family, friends, whatnot, calling you that name. And that's it. That's just it. You just take it. And we learn it at that young age. So, when we're babies and we don't know any different, we just accept it. We just accept it. We don't question it. We don't fight it. We accept it. Right? And then from that point on, if anybody calls you a name that doesn't belong to you, don't get me, now listen, don't get all logical on me and start saying, yeah, well, some people have nicknames. Yeah, mine was Kimba. Okay? But I don't want to be called Kimba. But regardless, if anybody calls you something odd, like if someone was to walk up to me and say, hey, Harriet, I'm going to be like, you talking to me? I'm Kimberly. I'm not Harriet. Sorry. See what I'm saying? I would just know that, yeah, that's not who I am. I am Kimberly. Okay? Apply this to who you are deciding to be. Now, let me just say again, join the channel membership because this sounded so much more juicier coming out of Keisha's mouth than it does mine. But that's because she was judged and she was expressing and sharing a download. Yeah? Okay. So, since there's no editing, you're getting all my ums, ahs, and so's also. But use this analogy as you are deciding to be new self. Yes? When you are deciding to be a new version of yourself, it is the repetition of you getting into that version or getting into that state. It's the repetition of just knowing that's who you are now. Accept it. Accept it and decide you are the version of yourself that's having your manifestation. Now, for example, there's another amazing chick named Renee in my channel membership. She's in both. I think Keisha's in both too. Renee shared the example of, she liked Keisha's analogy because she too calls her new self Renee 2.0. So maybe it would help you identify who you are being by giving it a fancier name. Like, for example, in all of my videos, you very often hear me talk about, when I'm talking about me being my new self, this is new Kim. And in my examples, I always refer to old Kim. I don't want to ever be old Kim again. Now, granted, just to keep it clear, and because I'm trying to help teach, there are infinite states. I'm clearly just summarizing when I say old Kim versus new Kim. There were lots of states in between, right? Okay, just for the sake of saying it. But I have my own mental, picture, and I'm not much of a visualizer. So don't worry if you don't get a clear picture. We're thinking in pictures anyway. There's a clear, separate picture in my mind when I am either getting thoughts or I am catching myself respond to my 3D in a way that I know old Kim was famous for doing. Well, I don't want to repeat the old Kim's life. I don't want to be her. I'm making a conscious decision with conviction every day that I am my new self, new Kim. So whatever version of self that you're stepping into, it's that repetition that is going to feel natural to you. But don't question it. Just like you didn't question your parents calling you by your first name when you were young. You just accepted it. Well, just accept your new self. Don't panic if you get a thought that doesn't line up with being new self. You just declare it belongs to old self. But like I said, it's the ease of, well, I know I'm Kimberly. Well, I know I'm new Kimberly. That's who I am. I've accepted that I'm Kimberly from my parents. I'm accepting that I am new Kimberly too. And just like Neville shared, when you put your focus on something, the thoughts will follow. When you're putting the focus on what you want to manifest, who you're being versus what you're manifesting, your thoughts should follow, meaning they should go in the direction of utilizing your imagination and what your life would be like if you had it, right? Thoughts follow. Sometimes we allow thoughts, though, from our ego to drag us in the other direction. We're breaking that habit. We're breaking the habit of thinking old thoughts that don't line up to us having what we want. But think about that analogy. You accepted what your first name is so easily, like a child, so easily. You didn't question it. You accepted it. Well, just like an infant or a young child, a young baby, doesn't question, why are you calling me that? Don't question when you are making that decision to be new self. I am telling you, it is the conviction in your decision that is making it stick, that is keeping it. And when you think about being new self, just like when I say, no, I am the version of myself. I am new Kim. I have an instant flash of what that means to me. Your subconscious, your mind, your ego, everything up here is a part of you. Okay? Don't get lost in logical details like the thinking that you have to repeat every single little detail of what new self means to you. No, your mind knows you. That instant flash, even if you don't see a picture, it's there. It can't not be there. It's there. So after you've decided what new self is to you, take it like a child would and just decide that's who you are now. You're the new version of yourself, despite what you're seeing out here. And just as a little tip, if you are starting to question, well, where is it? I've been in the state. Where is it? You're not in the state in that moment, and you're not being new self in that moment. Because when you are literally in the state of having your manifestation, those questions don't come up. Where is it? How much longer? It's been this long. Why hasn't anything shown up yet? That doesn't come up when you are literally in the state of having your desire. Those questions don't come up. So you know, in that moment, you're being a version of yourself who is deciding to, instead of believing you are new self, you are choosing to affirm, it's not here yet. I don't have it yet. And that's not you 2.0. That's you being original version of yourself. And we don't want to do that, because when we make the decision to be new self, your world is going to validate that. That world around you is going to validate it. Why? Because the world around you, the 3D around you, is not the true reality. Your imagination is. The 3D world around you is the after effect of who you are deciding to be. It is. Don't go logical. Most of our doubts and fears are coming from logical thinking. Okay? I just wanted to give that little nugget so I can get something up to you guys today, because I think about you every single second of my day. I really do. But I got to get downstairs and continue cooking dinner with my lover. Okay? I love you all. I shall see you all tomorrow. I am hoping to go actual live tomorrow, or a full video. One or the other will be up. You might, I know I never say this, but you might want to turn on notifications if you don't. So, because I never know when I'm going to have the opportunity to go live. Obviously, my coaching calls come ahead. Put on the notifications so you'll get notified that, hey, Manifesting with Kimberly is going live. Okay, you wouldn't get a notification for this one because it was a secret live for just me for now. Okay, stop talking. I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Accept you are your new self, just like you easily accept and know your name. I'm accepting that I'm being new self without a question, without fighting it, just like I know my name's Kimberly. Just like you know you're somebody's child, somebody's sibling, somebody's employee. Just like that. You just know it. You just accept it. Your new self. Okay, for real. On that note, I'll see you tomorrow.